anytime you think of Australian red wine in the US, it's like associated with being very fruity, very big, very high in alcohol. But what we found with these Grenaches, it's like the complete opposite. It's the almost like the more elegant version of Australia, and the more like feminine and nuanced and pretty. And I think that's really going to be like the next hot thing.
It's showing us that there is something really special with McLaren Vale Grenache. So much that we're excited, giving us excitement that this is the correct path to take.
We love Grenache. We think McLaren Vale grows Grenache as well as any other region around the world. With this wine, we capture some of the lovely aromatics, the spice and perfume from this old vineyard. With Grenache, we look at it very differently to Cabernet and Shiraz. I mean, this larger berry, thinner skin generates some lovely mouthfeel and texture, but really fine and silky. If we over-extract, you get this very coarse tannin, and it's not really in keeping with the natural fruit, the shape of the grape.
How long do you keep your barrels for?
We know after about 6-7 years old that there's no oak character
flavor
coming through.
So is that the perfect time for you, once after those 6-7 vintages?
Yeah, absolutely. And for Grenache, use old barrels. Oxygen and oak really try to overpower this variety if you're trying to make it in a delicate style. Winemaking's minimal. It's just hand plunged, basket pressed, an old French oak. We taste it twice a day, and Grenache goes very hard towards the end of ferment, and then you've just got to sit and wait, and it could be 5, 7, could be 14 days later, and you find this beautiful sweet spot where mouthfeel and texture builds back into it. It can look almost simple before that, and you just got to hold your nerve and wait, and it comes and it tells you, and then it has this lovely bright red fruit, and it's incredibly stylish and fleshy, but these lovely fine tannins that frame it.
People aren't going to look at a list and see, a McLaren Vale Grenache and order it. But if you have the right mouthpiece behind it that, is selling it and talking about it and really making it as special as it is, then you'll sell a lot of it. And once people taste it, then I think it's going to blow some minds.
From our control, we could sell this stuff all day.
Yeah. People
Easy.
can feel your excitement, and the second they see you're excited, they want it.
And you know what? The audience is ready for it now.
Yeah, I'd say.
Australian was certainly branded for viscosity and intensity, but less detail and romance. But the world has moved on from those bigger wines, and the swirl, the dance that Grenache takes you on is probably the most exotic, romantic grape style I work with as a rule.
Sure.
So with Grenache specifically, these vineyards are 50, 80 and 100 years old in Barossa and McLaren Vale, and they've survived trend, they've survived generations, and that's why it's exciting to work with old genetic Grenache. The wines that sneak up on you, and you, in conversation you go, fuck, what was that? They're good wines. And then
no doubt about it.
Certain wines like Sassicaia and the classics around the world, they're just crack. I love them.
Yeah.
So I think,
This is so fresh.
The temptation in a region like South Australia is that you can put the sunshine in the bottle and deliver the richness. But the challenge, unlike most regions of the world, is to deliver savoury and structure and vibrancy, the skeleton that the fruit hangs off, because the fruit's easy. Whereas a lot of the world praise for sunshine, praise for that ripe year.
But that's the easiest thing, right?
Yeah.
Well, it is here.
Yeah.
After a week in Australia, what's your main takeaway?
The wines and also the people that we met on this trip were phenomenal. It was really cool to meet these people and hang out and have dinner with them at their dinner table and drink the wines, and it wasn't a show, and they didn't have a lot of money. They didn't have these, luxurious fountains as you roll up into their winery. It was just you're in their cellar, in the garage, and the wines are elegant and light and beautiful and really, really fun. And I'm gonna walk away from this very excited.
But it's definitely cool to see the young guys, the older guys all working together in the same region and supporting each other to kind of put these fresher style of wines into the spotlight.
There's these old vines that they were using for those port wines in the early 20th century that still exist. And that's really special because old vines are something that you just can't create. It's something that has weathered the years and have grown over decades and almost centuries. And that is gold in the sense when it comes to wine. And It's available here in McLaren and when you taste these grapes turned into wine with all of the years behind it, it's very special, and I think that's what's special here.